'cause we don't let the bad vibes get in. We don't let them win. Testify to the strength of a true bond, flying high over the heads of a rude mob. Staying by the revolution of the whole clock, kill 'em all with love. I don't care if they're talking about us. No, I don't care if they put us down. No, I don't care if the sky falls around us. We're riding on a pink cloud. Oh, oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I don't care. We're riding on a pink cloud. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Our mother is the boom in the baseline. Our father is the backbeat halftime. They say we were born under a bad sign. We say yes, so what? We're the ones who create our own world. Friendly assassins known as pegboard. All glory and praise to the bad Lord. Kill 'em all with love. I don't care if they're talking about us. No, I don't care if they put us down. No, I don't care if the sky falls around us. We're riding on a pink cloud. Oh, oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I don't care. We're riding on a pink cloud. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. We're riding on a pink cloud. I don't care if they're talking about us. No, I don't care if they put us down. No, I don't care if the sky falls around us. We're riding on a pink cloud. Oh, oh. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I don't care if we're riding on a pink cloud. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. No, I don't care if the sky falls around us. We're riding on a pink cloud. Oh,
I got it, what you say? Come show me what you stand for. Stop looking, walk this way. It's time to hit the dance floor. Dance all night, dance all night, dance all night. You can dance all night, dance all night, dance all night with me. Don't fight the feeling, let's get revealing.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. How we doing? Good to see you all here. Firstly, if you are a member of the channel, one of the many amazing people, I think we have almost 50 of you now who have clicked the join button, and for the price of a nice coffee every month, you can help support the channel. We have now got some new emotes, so they should be available now. You've got one of my skull ring, that should be on there. You got one of the drum kit for when a terrible joke is told. There should be one with the Q for when you have a question to ask on the last Wednesday of every month, because that's when we do a Q&A. There's me with a PSVR 2 headset, because PSVR 2 is just 2 weeks away now. And then the last one, it's a lovely heart, because we're all about well-being, taking care of yourself and things like that. Look, it's really wonderful. Thank you to everyone for joining today. This is Myles Dyer Live. Every Wednesday, I'm here this time. But if you're watching on replay, that's totally okay as well, where we talk about all sorts, from the fun to the serious. Sometimes we have quizzes, talk about popular culture, fun things that we've been up to, play some games, and other times we just chill and take it a bit serious, talking about life hacks, mental health and well-being, all sorts. But today, I'm really, really excited, because I actually wanted to cover this last week, but for those that tuned in will know that I was away. I was away at a work event, so I was doing this from a hotel room. It went really good, though. We were talking about what the meaning of life is to people, what is your purpose, and we had a really fruitful discussion. If you haven't seen it, definitely go back and watch it. We had some really great conversations about, what do people find is their drive in life, and, what is it to have purpose in life? What is it to not have purpose? And it was really, really interesting. So I want to thank you for that. But then on Friday, we had an extra show, because Gamescast Live on PSVR Without Parole that I host with Brian Paul every Friday. Brian wasn't feeling particularly well, so he had to cancel. And so at, an hour's notice, if that, I set up a live stream and we did sort of a PSVR, also talking about Gran Turismo 7. And for those that don't know what Gran Turismo 7 is, it is a driving simulator game, often played on the flat screen. But with 2 weeks from now, we've got the launch of PlayStation VR 2. Gran Turismo 7 will have a VR upgrade, which is absolutely incredible. So incredible, in fact, that I actually went out my way to purchase one of these, if it loads. I went out my way to get a racing wheel and pedal, and then I also, on top of that, got a gear stick, as we say over here, but you might say it's like shift. I don't know what you call it in the States, but it wasn't cheap, but it was on discount. And then look underneath me, look at the size of this. This is a driving simulator. It's basically a driving simulator cockpit. So it comes with a car seat. It's like, and you can recline it and things like that. And it's where the pedals will go, and then the steering wheel. There is a lot to go there. And as Mojo correctly says, you looked so pissed off building that rack on Instagram. You saw the best of me. This was me happy to receive it. I couldn't wait to start building it. And then last night, I spent about 3 hours. The first 50 minutes was me looking at the instructions, which didn't have instructions. It was just like images of like the full thing and where stuff slots together. It was really unhelpful. I went on their website, got their more detailed instruction manual. Wasn't that helpful either. And then I actually, when I was looking at all the things, some of it was missing. Now you see there are 3 spanners there, like towards the right. It says there's meant to be only 1. But the biggest problem was to the left of the spanners, you've got the two like you got like the longer bolts. But basically there was stuff missing, and I spent about 3 hours, and I genuinely felt so stressed out, and I got so far. And my living room, which I don't use much anymore. I used to use my living room to game and chill in the evenings, but now I've got my PlayStation 5 just off camera here for live streaming. I literally work here. I eat my food here. I do all my evening editing and live streaming stuff here. But my living room now looks like this. Check this out. This is what it looked like this evening before I came online. Check this out. It is. I mean, look, that looks good. The frame is good. There's the steering wheel. I did not film the assembling, and the reason why, Pete, was because I did want to at first, and I'm so glad I didn't, because it would have annoyed me so much. This place, it looks like a bomb has hit. It's absolutely terrible. Look at that. I mean, let's just go back from the start again. I mean, look at this. Absolutely abysmal. So I've got a friend coming over tomorrow night to help me. You see the full car seat there. I mean, it's going to be amazing once it's done. I can hear the ghosts of swearing in your living room. Yeah, it was very painful. It was very, very painful. So yeah. Oh my goodness. Do you know what? You could use any words. I spoke to the company today, and they came back to me and they gave me a sort of half answer. I basically asked if it included all the parts, and I showed them what it came with, and they went, "Oh, you only need 2 for each of the 2 things." And I went, "Yeah, and I've only got 2. So when you say 2 of each, you mean 4. If that's the case, then I haven't got all of them." So yeah, they haven't got back to me. I'm just gonna have to go out and get the extra parts, but it's such hassle, you know. Like and it's not cheap either. Like the rig was like £300-400, and you have to assemble it yourself. You'd appreciate decent instructions. I've done a lot of promotion for them on Twitter, promoting about it, but there you go. So anyway, those were the adventures of me and my car rig. But it's going to look awesome when it's done. And I'm guessing from 2 weeks today. 2 weeks today is the launch of PSVR 2. I think we'll be talking about it on that day, to be honest, if I get my headset on the day. And then on the 24th, which is a Friday, the Saturday, the 25th, when I do my Let's Plays, these are going to be virtual reality Let's Plays. Some of them are going to be horror. Some of them are going to be a bit more fun. There's a lot of really, really good stuff coming up. So really, really excited to go through that with you. Send them a bill for parts and driving. Yeah, I mean, I could do. I just wish they'd help me. I just wish they'd answer my questions. It's been really, really difficult. Like, they seem really like active on social media, like marketing their stuff. But then when once they've got your money, it's like, oh yeah, you're on your own. That's what it feels like. But they might be busy with other stuff. Who knows? It's not Mark coming over to help me. No, it's my good friend Johnny, who is actually a very handy man. He does a lot of work for a big supermarket chain, so he's always going around from place to place doing engineering work and stuff like that. So hopefully we'll get it done. All right. Next up, I think we should just jump to the topic of today. So I was asking in the poll, have you heard of Midjourney? Now, I've spoken a bit about this before on... please don't give me this. I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear about how easy it was for you. I don't want to hear about how easy it's for you. It's absolutely terrible. And Johnny, who's coming over, has just said, "I just caught your stream. What bit have you got missing?" Johnny, I love talking through the camera to my mate. Johnny, I will text you after the bits I'm missing, and if you've got it, amazing. See, this is great. This is actually why I do this live show. I just talk about my problems and hope someone's out there to help me. Amazing. But it's going to be good because also when I start playing multiplayer, Johnny's definitely going to be one of my buddies on it. I mean, the great thing about the Gran Turismo racing game is you can race with up to 19 other players, so that's really, really good. Paul says, send the Dyer army at them and we'll bomb them with requests to help you. And he did the little... It's very important because we don't want to be bombing anyone. Just want to be absolutely clear before YouTube demonetizes this live stream. Mine was just, look, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear about how easy it's been for everyone. Yeah? Please? I don't want to hear about it. Okay? Please, please, please. So, yeah. All right. Sorry, moving on now. So I was asking... Yeah, glitter bombs. I mean, they're pretty horrific still, aren't they? Glitter bombs, they're not great. Next up, everybody. Yeah, calm down. Deep breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. I'd love to do a mindful meditation episode. That could be something, right? We shall see. We shall see. Anyway, moving on. Midjourney. There is a lot of AI apps that have been making the rounds. We spoke about Chatbot, GPT, which is a language app where you can ask it anything and it will write social posts for you. It can learn a website page and then quiz you on it. It can turn lyrics into that of a different style. It can rewrite the endings to your favorite movies. It's pretty impressive. It has its flaws, but this is just the beginning. Another one I saw this week, which I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but it's where you just type in all your text and then it's AI voices that narrate it, but you can make them sound more empathetic. You can give them narration. So there is all sorts that you can do there, which is really, really, really cool. And then what I'm going to be talking about today is Midjourney. This is an app, and chatbot's still scary. I mean, the thing about AI, and to be honest, look, I'm not going to play down the fact that there are concerns to be had with technology, especially technology that is going to significantly shift the way that society works at an alarming rate. I mean, I saw an article from January in which I think BuzzFeed has employed chatbot GPT to do all their listicles, because it's just about repurposing content, and I think they've laid people off. Don't know if they'd say it was direct, but their stock price has gone up 200% as well. I think this was towards the end of January. They're coming for my job. Well, the thing I would say though is the way I describe it is it's similar to when a calculator was created. You could argue, oh, now what are mathematicians and scientists going to do now if they're not spending all that time, calculating in their head? Like, that's what they were skilled at. Well, no, it does the heavy lifting. So you still need someone to decide what to input into a calculator. And then once you get the answer, you need to then know what to do about it once it provides the answer at the other side. So that still comes into play. That's very, very important. And I think that's the same with chatbot. I mean, I use it for work. I still have to decide what information, and then I have to, to put it in. And then when it creates it, I then have to decide what to do with it, and ask more questions to get the content that I want. But it is amazing. So Midjourney is an app. It's available on Discord for anyone that uses it, and you can join it. And do you know what? Actually, no, I'll give you the link at the end of the live show. And I think I did say that on another show as well, so I will be sure of it this time. But you can, I think, do 25 entries for free. I paid $60 for a month of my own private feed. It's the pro one. And basically, I have my own chat box that I can request stuff. And the main prompt that you use in it is you say, imagine prompt, and then you say whatever you want to imagine. And then it will create an image in that style. So actually, just before I came on the show, I put imagine, and I just put one word. I just said imagine peaceful, and this is what it came up with. I don't know if it's going to work. I've just dragged it. Here we go. Oh, obviously this is low quality because I've just dragged it off Discord. And what it does is it gives you 4 images. Now, it doesn't do actual text, so there will be text on the screen, but it's sort of jumbled up, and I think that might be due to copyright. And then what you do is you have a choice. You can either ask it to re-roll. Well, firstly, you could just put in another prompt and do a new one, but you can ask it to re-roll, or you can ask it to do variations of any one of these. So let's say the bottom right one I like. Oh, I like that most. I could then do variations, and what it will do is create 4 more images similar to that one in the bottom right corner. Or you can say upscale any of them, and it generates a higher quality version of it. And it's really, really impressive. So, I mean, if I show you now, and we're going to get to a quiz in it very shortly that you're going to absolutely love. I had fun putting it together, although it was quite difficult. Some of the ones that I did was, I could put like a kitten enthusiastically typing on a laptop. And so this is what it produced. I mean, and when you look closely, there are things that are strange, like the teeth are a bit weird. The tail at the back, it looks like there's like a second tail or something. Like there are things that you start to notice. But this is the 4th edition of it. And like, look at the back of the laptop. It kind of looks like a Lego brick in a way. Look, but zooming in, it's pretty impressive, and it does all of these in about 50 seconds. It's amazing. I asked it to do the Doom Slayer from the game Doom in the style of My Little Pony, and this is what it came up with. Especially that bottom right one, and see, it does have Doom there in the bottom left, but it is amazing, and we are going to chat about this a bit later after we've played the quiz. We're going to have some fun with the quiz, but then we're going to talk about... I've just seen Serial Killer saying, please tell us one of the quiz images is imagine Pedro Pascal as Joel from The Last of Us. Yeah, who knows? But this is the one where I asked for variations after... Well, actually, I did it based on one of them, but this was the original image. I asked it to create Sonic the Hedgehog in the world of Horizon Zero Dawn, which is a computer game where the world has been overrun by nature and robots. And, it's absolutely incredible. And, like, the range of things it does. I mean, the bottom left one I absolutely love. I'd like get that as a poster. It's just absolutely incredible. But once again, as you start looking closer, you can see there are things that don't quite make sense. So really, really interesting. But it does have it does have requirements in terms of like there are certain words that are flagged that you can't use. So I think anything that enacts violence. It's interesting because you can do like shoot someone or like punches, like some action stuff. But like I assume you couldn't say like decapitated. You can't say feces. Because one night I was chatting with friends, this is going to sound really, really gross, and I just thought, let's just leave them with a really, really disgusting image. And so I put Super Mario struggling to unblock a toilet covered in poo. I think I put something like that. And it says, can't use the word poo. So I changed the word poo to mud. Covered in mud. And you ready? This is what it came with. If you're eating food now, don't look now. But this is what it came up with. I love this image. I love this image so much. He looks very defeated. But he gave it a good go. Yeah, it's just absolutely amazing. It's just the eyes. He does look defeated. But like if you look at his right hand, but to the left of us, it doesn't look that formed well. So you can start seeing things that are strange. Like, and in the left, there's that weird thing on the floor. And then on the right, it looks like, I don't know. It's bizarre. Yeah, so there's that. And then Astrobot, who is the cute little robot in Astrobot Rescue Mission and all the Astrobot games for PlayStation and PlayStation VR. I said do Astrobot as a horror movie, and it came up with this, which was just absolutely horrific. And I love that it's got like the kid at the window, and this, you know, if Astrobot was a horror movie. So yeah. And then I actually did a thread on Twitter that was about the game Overwatch. So does everyone know about Overwatch? It's a very popular game. And do you know what I'll do is, firstly, before we get to the game, I'll show you this. So like Overwatch, some of the characters, one of my favorite ones. So there's a character in Overwatch called Mercy. Can I load it up? Actually, I need to go to images here. So yeah, there's a character in Overwatch called Mercy who is healing class, can heal people, and this is how she looks in the game. Oh, that's not very. Is it all going to be small versions? Yes, it is. Right. 1 second. Let me make it a bit bolder. There we go. So this is Mercy, okay? This is Mercy in the game. And so I started playing around with it thinking, oh, if it was a live action game, who could play it? And I put just like, you start doing different people. And the thing is, what it's doing is it's merging two people together. So if you say like an actor as Mercy from Overwatch, it's not necessarily doing the actor dressed up as that character. It's like merging them together, so their faces might not look quite right. So then it's like so-and-so dressed as, but that doesn't always get the best results. So you start learning what the prompts are. So that was Mercy. So I said Jessica Alba, for example, as Mercy, and this is what it came up with. How amazing is that? And again, like the costume might not be spot on. It might not look exactly like her, but I was really, really impressed. Another character in it is Torbjorn. Torbjorn, is it? I'm going to be absolutely butcher it. Who is a dwarf in Overwatch. And he looks like this. That's Torbjorn in Overwatch. And so I put, okay, what if Arnold Schwarzenegger played as him? That's ridiculous. And it came up with this. So it's interesting because it's very inventive. It's not wearing exactly the clothing, but you can kind of see it. And I just had a really, really good time with this. I had a really, really good time with this. And absolutely it is mind-boggling, the options to the point that when you sort of tell people, and we're going to play this in a bit later, I'm going to take your request and I'm going to generate images of what you request. We'll do that towards the show, so stick around. But it is remarkable when you get asked, think of anything. And thinking of anything is one of the hardest things to do because you're like, I don't know. So anyway, right, everybody, we're going to play a little game. I have got 11 images I generated before this show, okay, for us to go through. And we're going to do a little quiz. So if you've got a pen and paper or you want to do it on your computer, number it. I think it's 1 to 11. I know it's a bit of a weird number, but that's fine. We're doing 1 to 11. And, you know, as the thumbnail, I got, you know, Chris Pratt's in the Super Mario movie. So I actually got it to do Chris Pratt as Super Mario. Look, see, the head there is a bit weird. So the answer, so for basically, I'm going to show you 11 images and you need to tell me who is the celebrity. Who is the celebrity? Could be a singer, could be an actor, could be a comedian. And then I understand that not everyone here are going to be gamers necessarily, but I've gone for like relatively popular ones. This isn't to be a tough quiz, so look, we're just here to have some fun. So I want to know who is the celebrity and who is the game character, or you can just say what the game is. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Okay, so this would be Chris Pratt Mario or Super Mario Brothers. Yeah. So here we go. We're gonna do this. All right. Gonna have some fun. Have some fun with this. So let me get my slides up. And speaking of Mario, because that's who we've just had, the first one's going to be nice and easy because I've given you half the answer already. Who is this? And just write it down. We'll go through the answers at the end, and we can do it together. So don't put your guesses in the chat. Just give it a couple minutes. Do you know what? Let's put some background music on. That'd be video game style music. Okay. Say, and already some people have been putting it in the chat. Yeah. Just keep it to yourself so you don't spoil it for others. But look, this is all a bit of fun. So if you do want to put it in the chat, that's kind of cool. But yeah. All right. So that was the first one. Right. Ready for number 2? Dude, this actually looks like someone... Now, obviously, the answer is going to be who I've typed in, but I do think it actually kind of looks like someone else. So this one could... Yeah, it's cool, Awando. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Yeah, I just said write on a bit of paper on the computer, because then we're going to go through the answers at the end. Yeah. By the way, I went to the dentist this morning, or at lunchtime. I had things numbed there. So I was talking at the side of my mouth because it went all numb. Fortunately, it's come back. Hey, Ariana, welcome. I like the Google Mail icon you've got. That's proper original. I actually haven't ever seen anyone with that, so that's really cool. And that's not a default. Hope you're doing good. Welcome, welcome. We're just going through a little quiz using artificial intelligence. I've created images of celebrities as computer game characters. So you got to try and guess. Everyone's writing it down. And then we're going to go through the answers at the end. Who is the celebrity? And what is the game character or the game that they're trying to be? Yeah, 2:30. 2:30, yeah. Yeah. Right, number 3. Let's go through these. I love this one. I love this one so much. And do you know what? To make it a little bit easier, I'm just going to put it up a little bit so you can just see the red tie. I will go through these a bit quicker. Okay, that's number 3. That's number 3. And I think I'll actually put these on Twitter afterwards, actually. Could be fun. Could be fun. Right. Ready for number 4? Number 4, I had to generate this so many times, and I'm still not entirely happy with the result. So, again, and that's why I've tried to explain the way that it morphs, like the celeb and the game character, so sometimes it ends up not looking like them. And actually, if you look on the character's left cheek, like there, but obviously it's on our right, that looks like a hair it's generated, but it also looks like a cut. So there are often odd things, like, I think the term is artifacts that are created. Yeah. Alright, so what was that? That was number 4, right. Number 5. I love this one. Number 5. You're doing even worse than at my Christmas one. Ah, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Do you know, with a lot of these, is when I give the answer, it'll be like, oh, yeah. And a lot of these are close up, so it can be... And also, like, these are very realistic versions of some characters that are sometimes cartoony. But yeah, I love this so much. Right, that was what, number 5? All right. Number 6. I think this is a difficult one. I don't know, actually. And again, I think this could be... I think this could be an option. Like, this could be a few celebrities. But the right eye, so facing away like that, it looks like it's a bit messed up. I think the eyes give it away in the forehead. And actually, around the mouth, maybe. Cool. What was that? Number 6? Right. Number 7 is a really weird one. It's a mixture of a celebrity with a character that you'll tell isn't human. And I love it. I love this one so much. Who is the celebrity, and who is the game character, or the game, Lol. What? Okay. Oh. To be honest, what they're wearing is quite a good clue. It's a really interesting interpretation of bringing it. But I would... Yeah, what they're wearing, the colour of what they're wearing is a huge clue. All right, next one. Next one was another difficult one to do. But it took a lot of attempts, but I'm pretty happy with this one now. Who is the celebrity and who is the game? But also, can we just also acknowledge how incredible these images are? These images were all produced in 50 seconds. Amnesia Pete. Keep it out the chat. Keep it out the chat if you can. No clue, but she's beautiful. Right. Next one. Ready? I think I'm gonna have to move up again. Like, the clothes are often... We've got 2 more after this. 2 more. And although this is a quiz, look, the reason we're doing this is just to, see if these are good representations. It's going to be interesting to go through the answers and discuss them. Because we might have disagreements of going, yeah, that's not a good one, or oh, I see what it's done there. There was one that didn't make the cut, which was going to be Tom Holland as Link from Zelda, and it didn't turn out great, unfortunately. Right. This one's hilarious. This one I saw created by someone in the public one, and I tried to recreate it. Here we go. Who is the celeb? Why the glasses? Well, this is it. Why the glasses? And the glasses look bizarre. It's very studious. See, if I was to do it again, I'd put the prompt in again and go, remove glasses. Right, the final one. The final one. I tried all these celebrities that look like the character they were trying to be, and they looked terrible. Then I went just something bold, and I effing love this one. You ready? This is the final one, everybody. Here we go. Who is the celebrity? And who is the character? Who is the game character? I love this one so much. I love this one so much. All right. Okay, what we're going to do is we are going to go through these in reverse order. So, starting with this one. Does anyone want to have a wild guess? Who is this celebrity and who is the game character or the game? Again, I'm going to scroll it up to see. Yeah. Yeah, so we're you're gonna go down your list from the bottom up. Yeah, so we're gonna go backwards. I hope that's not too confusing. This is the first one you had no clue about. Okay, well, the first clue I'm gonna say is the celebrity is a stand-up comedian. Has that given anyone a clue? Interesting that a lot of you have gone for that. Looks like a character from Final Fantasy. Yep, it is a Final Fantasy character. So, Chris Rock. Yes, it's Chris Rock. It's Chris Rock as Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII. So, yeah. Yeah. And as I said, as we go through this, you might go, well, that's terrible. It doesn't look anything like Sephiroth, or if Chris Rock was going to be Sephiroth. I think it's interesting. I think you can definitely see, like, round the eyes. And I don't know. Yeah, you can see it. The face doesn't look very... Can you not see aspects of Chris Rock in that? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe you can't. I could, but yeah. Anyway, that was a bold one. What about this one? It's a musical artist. Sephiroth. I like that a lot. Mel Gibson. Interesting. It is The Witcher. So, this was... Yeah, it's Geralt. It is Geralt. It's actually a musician. Mel Gibson. See, a few have said Mel Gibson. It's really interesting. I do see that. Sting. I do see Sting in that as well. This was actually Bono. Bono from U2 as Geralt. So, yeah. Again, you might be like, nah, doesn't look like... Chris from Coldplay. I love all these. See, this is the thing. It's kind of like, these are like magic eye photos. Like, everyone sees something a bit differently, because we all assume that when you see a face of a celebrity, we all see the same face, but we're actually drawn to perhaps different features, or, you know, register different things about them that define who they are. So, yeah, Bono works too. I like that. One says, yeah, Bono works too, and what? Right, how about this? Does anyone know who this is? Yeah, let's do 1 point for the celebrity and 1 point for the game or game character. Yeah. Oh, absolutely smashed it. It is Lucy Liu from Serial Killer said it. Chun-Li from Street Fighter. I really like this. There's a weird dot like on her forehead, like to the side there. But yeah, Chun-Li. Again, it was really interesting rendering it again and again to try and get it right. Right, what about this one? This one I'm not entirely... I don't know. I'm not, this one I really struggled with in terms of creating, and I'm still not happy with it. There was quite a few celebrities I struggled with. So it's interesting to know where it's getting the, like... Right, so it's Aloy, correct? It's Aloy from Horizon. But who is the celebrity? Halle Berry, interesting. Is that Queen Bee? Yeah, well done. It is Beyonce. Beyonce indeed. Yeah, it's Beyonce as Aloy from Horizon. So well done if you got them. Right, this one was a weird one. This one is a super weird one, but I think it's absolutely brilliant. So, who is the celebrity and what is the game character? I should have had images afterwards of like each person. I think one of you may have put it in. Yep, it's Patrick Stewart. Do we know who Patrick Stewart? Bowser? That's interesting. Yeah, if this isn't Patrick Stewart, I'll eat you my pants. Yeah, it is Patrick Stewart. The clue, though, was in what Patrick Stewart is wearing. It is Patrick Stewart as Spyro the Dragon. I love it. As a goat, I love it. Yeah. No, it's Patrick Stewart as Spyro the Dragon. So, yeah. I think it's amazing. I think it's one of those things of it doesn't look at face value, but you can see what the AI was trying to do, and I think it's pretty remarkable. So, yeah, there we go. Patrick Stewart as as a goat from Goat Simulator. Love it. Right. How do I remove this, man? It's not letting me deselect this. This is so annoying. Go Spyro. That's absolute madness. There's plenty of that. I'll never see Spyro the same way again. Yeah. As I said, a lot of these are done like realistic. So, you know, if I'd done it maybe more cartoony. How about this one? Right, who is this? Now, it's really difficult when you create these because I know who I've said, and I try and think, what would I have thought if I didn't know who it was? And I can imagine some people would say, okay, Jake Gyllenhaal. Yep, Jake Gyllenhaal, whose name you've butchered. I think you got that right. But oh, it's double A, isn't it? Yeah. A lot of people said Jake G. But the guy from Dead Space, yeah. Isaac Clarke. I really wanted it to do the spacesuit. I thought it kind of looked like Ryan Gosling a little bit of Ryan Gosling in there, but you know, with the gruffness, it's Jake Gyllenhaal. But yeah, from Dead Space. Oh, you don't know the game? Well, you're in for a treat because I think I'm going to be playing it on one of my streams in the next few weeks. I'm not looking forward. Well, I am looking forward to it, but it's yeah, woo, full points. Well done. Right, next one. Now, this is a very realistic image. So, obviously, you guys have already written down your guesses, so I'm okay with narrowing it down now. Okay, Emma Watson as Ellie. Do you know Ellie? I understand it now because of the red. It's not Ellie, though. It is a RPG character. Interesting. Harry Potter, Jill Valentine, Lara Croft. It is Emma Watson, but it's Emma Watson as Aerith from Final Fantasy VII. Which I think with the hair it works and the sort of the cloak. I think I should have rendered like a full body one because then you'd see more of her dress. But yes, Aerith from Final Fantasy VII. Let me just get the image up. One second. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty good. I think it is pretty good. Like, the jacket is... Stop picking Final Fantasy. To be honest, there were more I was going to do, but I didn't. I actually asked it to do Brad Pitt as Cloud Strife, and it was interesting. But, yeah, no, it's Aerith. So, yeah, it's cool. It's good. All right, next one. This one, oh man, I really struggled with this one. I did a lot of different versions, and I'll actually pull some of them up that I did. I'm just grabbing one now. It is Zendaya. It is Zendaya. Well done. It is Zendaya. So actually, I think you've got the hard bit right. Because, yeah, Lara Croft. I really struggled with this because there were a lot that I was like, oh, it's getting closer, but it's not quite her yet. So, like, some of them, like, if I bring this across here, look here, so that's like how it renders. So I think the bottom left one it looks kind of like her, the very bottom left. I thought that was interesting. And then let's have a look here. It's really interesting when it keeps rendering it. Should have used bottom left. Yeah, I was looking at it, but it's when you render them at a scale. It's really interesting. It's really interesting how it does it. And it's kind of cool showing you this now because then you can see how the renders were done. Because this was one of the earlier ones I was going to use. Yeah. It is cool. And then like for the Bono ones as Geralt, like that. It is really interesting. I like the glasses are interesting. Yeah. So anyway. All right. Next one. Here we are. Who is this? Who is the game character? Who is the celebrity? And I did move it up for the red tie. The red tie it's Agent 47 from Hitman. Who is the actor? Because it is interesting. I've heard a lot of when I showed it to some friends. So Darren Brown, that's interesting. Darren Brown. It's not Darren Brown though. Chris Eccleston, Justin Timberlake, Beckham. Okay, it's none of them. What if I was to tell you that he has I think he had a premiere last night for a Marvel movie? Does that narrows it down way too much, doesn't it? There's not many people that were at a premiere last night for a Marvel movie. I think it was last night. It's Paul Rudd, Ant-Man. Paul Rudd as Hitman. So yeah, Paul Rudd. That's who it is. Paul Rudd as Hitman. Yeah. Cool. Right, two left. Who was this one? Now, when I put this on screen, I thought, okay, I could imagine people see it as who was it that played Bane? Bane in Batman. What's his name? And okay, you've got it. It is Gerald Butler as Kratos. But I could see that people would see it as Tom Hardy. That was it. I could see a bit of Tom Hardy in there, but it's Gerald Butler. It's Gerald Butler as Kratos. Okay, and then one left. We got one left, everybody. One left for the quiz, and it was the first one. This one's interesting. It's interesting, and also like the mouse a bit weird, man. Looks like he's got an extra like tongue or something. And I love the hat. It's just some weird like crash helmet or something. Well, I told you half of it. It's Mario. It's Mario, and it is Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito as Mario. There we go. Well done, everybody. So that is it. That was all. That was the quiz. That was the quiz. And that was all the characters. So yeah, let me know how you did in the score. And it was a fun way of going through it. On my Twitter feed, I've got a lot of Overwatch characters if you want to check them out and see it. But you know, at the end of the day, it was a bit of fun doing a quiz, but it was more to show you about how this tech works. So what we could do right now is, because I'm mindful of time, is let's do a few creations with ourselves. So what I'll do is I'll just say to the chat, just right now, describe in like little chunks. So describe, you know, it could be so-and-so as so-and-so. It could be maybe a dog surfing on the moon. And then you could also then do full stop and then do like in the style of Monet or Van Gogh or any of the things. So everyone right now, just type in the chat your entries and I'm going to pick a couple and generate them now. And then we can feature them on the show right now, and you'll see how quick it is. I actually asked it to do Joel from The Last of Us turning Super Saiyan, and this is what it came up with. Man. Well, Brian Poole, like, I don't know if it's going to know who Brian Poole is, because even with, like, a lot of, like, big celebrities, it doesn't know. So it's got to be, like, proper mainstream. A wombat playing... See, I love... Oh, man, look... Okay, right, some of these are great, okay? Jesus. Okay, we got to do this one first. Okay, it's not letting me copy them across, so I'm gonna have to type them. So I will just get these going. Yoda as Princess Peach. I love that. Right, nice and simple, but we can go way more specific. So man, it's gonna let me. It's not gonna let me copy that. All right, okay. What you put, the Princess Peach one is almost done already. So chocolate chip. The Princess Peach one is done. I mean, I think you've put too much stuff here, but I don't know. Don't underestimate it. Here we go, guys. So while I've put that long one in, this is Yoda in the style of Princess Peach. What do we think? What do we think, guys? Do we like it? Do we like it? Oh, man. I think it works well. I think these are great. I think these are great. Tom Hanks as the Terminator. I love this. Yeah, I mean, it was done quite a moment before. I mean, look, the other one that I've just... Okay, so what was the chocolate chip one that you mentioned? This one here, okay, look, this is a very complicated one. Chocolate chip and broccoli cookies eaten by a green cookie monster in the style of Power Rangers. Actually, let me load it up. Because there's a lot going on there. I mean, look, it's done a pretty good job. Here, there's like the cookie monster's like being grabbed by a hand. Top left one's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty remarkable. Yeah, but this is the whole point: is when you use this, you kind of then experiment with it and go, oh, okay, I need to sort of put it this way and that way. A dystopian world where Mickey Mouse is a dictator. Let's do it. A dystopian world where Mickey Mouse is a dictator. I'm going to put film noir. Rain. Just do that. Okay, so we're doing this one now. A dystopian world where Mickey Mouse is a dictator, and I've put film noir and rain, just to make it a bit more moody. Yeah? Right, it's rendering it now, so I can sort of tell you how quickly it's doing it. So at the moment it says 0%, 31%. I did a really controversial one, and I was actually blown away. Do you want me to tell you what it was? Check this out. Oh, wow. Okay, so here's the Mickey Mouse one. So Mickey Mouse... What was it? Mickey Mouse is a dystopian dictator. Film noir. I mean, it's a bit... Yeah. The film noir may have thrown it a bit. But it's kind of cool. Right, here's the controversial one I did. And it is absolutely incredible. Okay? So, I asked this to have Eric Cartman from South Park in Schindler's List. The movie Schindler's List. Eric Cartman. Oh no, I put Eric Cartman in Schindler's List. Realistic. Okay? And this is what it came up with. I think it's incredible. I think it's absolutely incredible. It's mind-blowing, man. This tech is mind-blowing. Yeah. Yeah, no. Offensive, yeah. But I was, when you're testing this stuff, I thought I want to do something that is completely tonally different. Eric Cartman in South Park in Schindler's List, realistic. And I was actually really blown away by this. Like, it's incredible. Not annoying looking enough. But then I also asked it to do Pikachu charging in the rain, realistic. And look at that. No, it's fair though. It is like, it's arguably distasteful, but these are just really, really cool. Yeah. There is so much you can do with this technology, everyone. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to give you a link so you can try this out. I think this is how I do it. It's just loading. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a link, and what you do is you have to like accept the rules, and then you can use one of the public chats, and you can generate, I think, up to 25 images. So that's how it works. How do I invite? Is it here? Yeah, invite people. Here we go. So I'm going to put a link in the chat now. called Midjourney, and you get like 25 versions. And what you do is you get put into one of the can AI create a PS3 VR headset and send it out to us? That would be amazing. You get put in one of the like newbie chats, and what's great about them is you can see what other people are creating, and it's just constantly flying by. But when I was showing it to my friend Johnny, there was a guy that put his image into the chat, because if you put your own image, you can then use your image to create new art, but it doesn't do it very well at the moment. It hasn't worked out using your face to create new imagery. But there was a guy in the chat that posted a photo of himself, and I said to Johnny, quickly grab it, let's make an image of it that he sees in the chat. And so I use this image as a baguette, and this is what it came up with. So this guy would have been waiting for his images, and then all these images of him coming up holding a baguette. I just thought was I think it's amazing. It's amazing. So yeah, anyway, look, we could do this from now to the end of time, but listen, what I wanted to say was, and I wanted to end on a bit of a serious discussion about this, is there's a lot of implications here. So there is a artist from the UK who I have loved for well over a decade. We actually paid him quite a lot of money to design one of our band shirts, and he's now creating designs for the biggest IPs in the world, whether it's Nintendo, whether it's PlayStation, whether it's Marvel, Disney. And I would put The Last of Us in the style of, and then the name of the artist, and in 50 seconds it created this image, incredible, in this guy's style. Now, it's nowhere near as good as if he was doing it, but it's only going to get better at that. And so it flags up an interesting issue, which is, what are the moral ramifications of this? Like, is this going to put artists out of a job? And I think that it's very similar, although I think it's going to be to a further level, of when Instagram first came out. People said, oh, photography is no longer sacred because anyone could take a photo on their phone and do it. But we still, many, many years later, still cherish the skill and craftsmanship of great photographers, people that go out with the cameras and take the real great stuff. And I do feel that is going to be the case with this technology. Yeah, everyone's going to be able to create great images. It's going to empower more people to get creative. But you're going to still need artists, because if that artist I mentioned had not, started in the first place, then I wouldn't have been able to do this in the style of him on that app. So we're going to still need people to create stuff. But I think it's going to be interesting. And yeah, as Charlotte says, there's already been an issue in the comic industry with other artists or fakes. It's very, very true. And we are moving towards uncharted waters here. The point is, the technology is here and it's only going to improve. And it's going to be really interesting to see where it takes us. So just to remind you that a couple of weeks ago, my live show had this as a thumbnail. And this thumbnail was designed by Midjourney, and it was this one. That was created by the AI. I had a load of them, and then I found out what prompt to use to do it in a 3:2 ratio, in dimensions, and that was created. So I am actually able now to create. And then the Lensa app did loads of the anime versions of me, and so a lot of these are using those AI creations of me. That was an AI creation of me. We also had it a couple of weeks ago with What Remains of Edith Finch in the bottom left. That's an AI creation of me. That was one that used lots of photos of me. This was an AI creation of me. Again, just that image that I used there. The Callisto Protocol, bottom left, that was an AI creation of me. So it's interesting to see where this goes. So look, we're pressed for time, so I am going to wrap up the show now, and obviously we could have a much bigger discussion, but I did just want to show you that. And as I'm talking here, I realised all this time I've not had my studio lights on. There we go. And actually, I was showing on the gaming live stream the other day that I have the ability to change the background now. So, like, different parts of the show, I could get some colours set, and then we could do different parts of the show like this. I mean, this one is pretty rich and difficult. But a lot of thumbnail artists are going to get unemployed real soon. I think Canva has already done that. Like, Canva is just so easy for creating thumbnails. So there is that. Yeah, there is stuff here for, like, I think that as I start structuring my show, like for housekeeping and stuff like that, we can have lights in the background to sort of mark it. And it also mean it'll be easier for me to do timestamps as well. It's fun watching me geek out on the lights. Yeah, I have to start the show over. I have to, start all over now with the lights. Cool. Before we get to the word game, I just wanted to end the show because what I said we would do from now on, and I want to try it in this show to see how it works, is we're going to do the end credits, and then we're going to do the word game so that when the live show is over and I edit it and trim it, the word game won't be in the show. It's going to be just something for those of you that are live and stuck around. And I think that makes sense, and I think that's going to work. And it just means that the episodes on demand afterwards will be shorter. It's just the topic of the show, and I think it'll be closer to an hour. So I think that will be really, really good. So before I end, I just want to talk about how the music that I play at the beginning, a lot of people always ask, like, this music is awesome. Where can I access it? If you search Myles Dyer Live on Spotify and follow me on there, or use the QR code, that is where you can get access to all the music that is played on this show. And membership, I can't do this without you guys. So do become a member for the price of a coffee a month. You get a loyalty badge next to your name, which is of the globe, which, as you'll see from people in the chat, changes colour over time. You get custom live chat emojis, and because we have so many members now, we've got more in addition to these four. I mean, there was a fifth one, the Two Wise one. But it also means that if you ever comment on my videos, you get notified. I get notified about it as a priority. And honestly, Chaos, you don't have to give money. If you don't have it, you don't need to give it. So I want to make that absolutely clear. Yeah, we got all those. And we've got some new ones, which I mentioned at the top of the show. So I thought I could show them now. So we have got me with PSVR 2. I was really happy with how this turned out. The PSVR 2 headset looks awesome. They've done a really good job there. Like, even the finger sticking out is kind of funny, even if it's not entirely accurate. I don't know. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've had the PSVR 2 headset. Then we've got, for when people tell terrible, terrible jokes, we've obviously got the... Actually, let me turn the sound effects up. Sorry, let's do it again. We got that. For well-being, we've got a nice heart for well-being. It's all really, really important. Actually, the drum one, I could have probably put a better... Yeah, look, a much better quality one there. Look at that. Paid membership gives you access to Miles' only fish profile where Miles fillets fish. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? We got one for when you ask questions on the Q&A show. If you put that at the start of your question instead of typing Q, you get priority because I can tell that you're a member. And then, like my ring here, they did a really good job of this. Look at that. So yeah, we got these, which I feel like I need to take a screenshot. But it's going to be... I'll take that and post it online. But yeah, these are all really, really good. So listen, everyone, I want to thank everyone for tuning in today. It's been a really great show. I've enjoyed doing this a lot. There is a lot coming up. I don't know off the top of my head what next Wednesday's show is going to be, but then the Friday, the 17th of February, is my birthday, so maybe I could do something birthday themed next week. Then the week after, it's the launch of PlayStation VR 2. That's going to be a massive day. We'll just be talking about it on here. It's going to be very, very exciting. I might see if I can get someone from PlayStation to come on to talk about it. That'd be kind of cool. There's a lot coming up. So I just want to thank everyone for your support. Do hit the like button if you haven't already. It does help with the show. If you are new, subscribe, ring the bell to be notified. As a channel that normally gets a net positive of 0 to 5 subscribers a month, because I've been hemorrhaging for so long, the last 28 days we've gone up 500 subscribers. So things are really blowing up. And I just want to thank every one of you that has decided to join me on this journey. I love you very much. And I'm really, really excited to see how the rest of the year goes. But, oh my goodness me. Paul Bison has gifted 5 Myles Dyer memberships. Thank you so much, dude. So let's see who was gifted. We have Jody. Jody. You are now a member. Marty, you're a member. Braxbro, that was a short round of applause. Maybe we should do it at the very end. Ben Moore, you are a member. So is that 1, 2, 3? That's 4 people. So there's a 5th person who's yet to get one, but we'll find out who that is. Paul, thank you. Ben, Braxbro, Marty, and Jody, welcome. It's wonderful to have you on board as members. And yeah, we will just end it there. Check out Midjourney. I will put it. Oh, there we go. Amnesia Pete, you're a member as well. So well done. Okay. I will put the Midjourney link in the description of the video after the show or in the comments section. If I don't, remind me in the comments section, please. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah. And as always, stick around for after the credits if you want to play the word game. That should be all of you. But for the meantime, let me know your thoughts. Love, respect, empathy, and adios. Till next time. Bye-bye.
On the road, I was chasing sunsets all alone. Darkness faded, painting goodbye in sky. Far away, but dreaming of your ocean eyes.
My computer's been so slow. Hey everyone, welcome to the post show. I think this is a much better way of doing it. There is obviously a case that there are people that drop off, but I assume that the people that aren't going to play the word game anyway are probably going to be dropping off. So here we are. Man, I just realised that these lights are on in front of me. I'm having a lot of issues with my buttons today. It's a bit confusing, so I need to sort it out. The AI has got my computer. Yeah, it certainly does. Let me sort this out. Yeah, that's it. Cool. Word nerds assemble. Yeah. The other thing is, I only just realised that members now have the sun. I didn't realise this in the new version. If you're a member, you have a little star next to your name, which is kind of cool. Man, it'd be awesome if you could customize it. I need to speak to him about it. I'm writing a long list of feedback and stuff like that. Oh man, I am so tired. Man, good show though. It was fun, and yeah, that quiz went well. I was a bit panicking because after work I was like, oh damn it, I've still got to generate a load of these images. But yeah, do give it a go. Right, please don't be in Spanish. Do you remember that? Oh, how much fun that was. Right, here we go. Let's get some music going. Let's see how we do. Yeah, it was building that rack. Yeah. The poll's still running. Yeah. I'll check it out after. In a way, I kind of like the idea that, you know, we focus more on doing a more solid show and grow that. It may mean that the audience that is on the word game is smaller, but it will start building it up again, so I don't mind doing it like this. Wow. Bakery, nice one. And also this is then I can chill a bit while playing this game as well. Because often when I'm doing this, I'm like trying to balance loads of other stuff. Well, I'm ready for bed. Woo! I do need to get a new computer though. Like, this is really struggling. I need to get Apple Silicon. But I'm gonna have to save up lots and lots. Nice one, everybody. I was just seeing some news on Twitter that people's first impression videos, or some, have been taken down by YouTube. I wonder if it's happened with mine. Let's get some more music going. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna add. I do want to think about some other end of show games we could do so we can start rotating it. Right, there's a 5-letter beginning with A. Is it alert? Alert. Someone else do alert. Because I can't. Alert. A-L-E-R-T. Can someone do that? Yeah, nice one. Whoop. Wow. God, that's a short list. I've never seen so few words. And there's a fake letter in here. Well, I think ream is one. R-E-E-M. Move. Rove. Okay. Remove. So, C. C is the fake letter. Don't you see anyone? Need to make some notes here. Nice. Let's keep going. So I'm just writing some notes on what this live show needs. Ooh, yogurt. Looks like yogurt could be if I could spell it. Oh no. Have I misspelled it wrong? I don't know. Is T? Oh, T is the fake letter. Don't use T. Don't use T. Nice one. Feels like a very chilled session, this does. But I like it. I'm all for it. Beer. I mean, it's amazing how easy level 12 feels, right, compared to the later levels. Like, it does, the difficulty increases significantly. Isn't like Corgi a name or something, like a dog, but I don't know if it's actually a Grebe. Beige. It's beige. What's the fake one? Yeah, beige. There we go. So the fake letter is Q. Oh yeah, don't use a Q anyway. There's no U. Just typing in random 4-letter words beginning with B. Isa. Eva, nice. Man, it's been a tricky one. It's been a tricky one. We did it. We got over the line just. Nicely done. Onwards. Your YOUR. Someone else do that? Or is it going to let me do it now? Is it not letting me? No. So yeah, U is the fake letter. Do not use U. I love it. I'm the only one that's got a word. This round has not gone well. Rectory. Rectory. Which means the hidden one was another art. No. Oh, it was, sorry, a T was the hidden one. Man, we got absolutely smashed on that one. Wow. Man. Unlucky everyone. But Mark, well done for hitting the 100 mark. Well done for everyone else who was involved. Yeah, man. Look, it's going to always be a bit different when we're doing the word game after the live show. Like, we literally lost half the audience. yeah, the fat mark still reached 100. But I think that this is just because it's a change, and I think it's a good change for the show as a whole. But it just means that in future episodes, I've written down that I need more signposting. So like during the credits, it will say, you know, see you next week. But in the corner, it will say, stick around for a post-show game. And then during the post-show, it will say in the top, like, post-show. So there's some signposting. And then it also means that you guys in the chat can also say, hey, don't go anywhere. You know, we're gonna get to play a game after this. So I think that will work. So yeah, look, I think it's a necessary change, but I think it's going to be good because I always get low energy during this game, and then I do the outro, and I just feel like it's a lot of padding in between because like the game itself can be like 15 minutes. So yeah. All right, everyone. Well, in that case, I'm gonna get some sleep, but I want to say a huge thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you on Friday for PSVR Without Parole. Hopefully by then I'll have my racing gear set up and I can show you it. But yeah, always lovely hanging out. Have a great rest of your week, everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.